Hey everyone, Leon Gregory here from Brookfield, Wisconsin. And actually, I'm taping my video from my blog last night. And that because it was way too late and I was dead beat. And I know you didn't want me falling asleep halfway through my video, especially if I'm doing the talking. And yesterday I did a blog on visualizations, fact or fiction. And and visualizations. I never heard of visualizations and that until I got involved with network marketing, and um, and I hear to talk about you got to do your visualizations. I'd always heard of affirmations and that, but then I started hearing stuff like the perfect day and what's it going to be like when you retire and all this other stuff. Well, I had a hard time accepting that, and it kind of led me to believe that visualizations were fiction, and and then the movie The Secret came out, and they talked more about the visualizations, and getting a clearer picture and everything like that, and I'm sure there's hundreds of thousands of people that sat back on their couch and pictured this Lamborghini or whatever they were driving and said, "Oh, that's a bunch of BS because I never got it." And they kind of missed the main point, which they didn't really, give you the main point in the movie. And that I think the main part of that movie was to get you thinking along those lines, and that there were possibilities. Well, then and I was having a hard time doing a perfect day because my mind was saying, "No, no, Leon, woohoo, woohoo, you're in the twilight zone, and it is never going to happen for you." You know, and so, but I thought I had to get this is something I had to give a try, and a lady friend of mine told me how she visualized parking spots, you know, when she went grocery shopping or went to the mall. So I thought, well, now that's something I could relate to, and that because I'm always parking, pretty far away. And not that the walking's not bad exercise or that, but isn't it much nicer if you can park right up front? So I started practicing in that. I started practicing that I was seeing this parking spot in the front and that. And you know what? It started happening, and it still does to this day. And my wife calls me the king of parking spots because no matter where we go, I could get a parking spot close and up front. And I mean, it could be the mall time during Christmas, and it doesn't matter because I'll be pulling down an aisle, and somebody in the first or second spot will be backing out as I'm pulling in, and so that got me thinking. Well, visualizations may be true. And what did I find from this? I found that what you had to do when you do visualizations, it has to be something in particular, and you are focused on it. You are focused on it, and you take actions toward it. Now, would I ever got that parking spot up front if I never drove into the parking lot? I mean, get my drift, I mean, if I walked to the grocery store and that, I could see all kinds of parking spots, but if I'm not driving, they don't do me any good, right? So um, it's the fact that you got to put the action. Like, so, okay, I drove to the parking lot at the grocery store, and there was my parking spot. Well, another thing, and don't get me wrong, I'm not a master of this in any way, shape, or form. I still struggle with what is my perfect day in that. My perfect day to where my mind can accept, Leon, you're on the right track, and this is what's going to happen for you. You put these thoughts out into the universe, and the universe it's not like FedEx Overnight Express. Let me tell you that. Another example I can give you that this has worked for me is, I have an older vehicle. It's got 155,000 miles on it, and it's at the point where I don't want to stick any more money into it. I've had it up to here with it, and for the last couple of years I had been thinking, well, it's time to get a car, it's time to get a car. But I never took the action. It was always a thought. It was always just a dream that it would be nice to have another car. Well, within the last 6 months now, I got very serious about it. And at first I thought, well, I just want a economical car that gets 40 miles to the gallon, and as long as I fit in the thing, hey, I'm good to go. And then I started seeing those cars, and I'm like, well, but Leon, don't you deserve something better? And so then I started looking even more. And what I ended up coming up with was a Nissan Altima. I thought, this is a sharp car. It's kind of sporty looking. And, one thing I got to tell you is we have not owned a car, a car since 1987. We've had SUVs and vans, from the high top vans down to where we got a regular sized van now. And that's one reason that led me to think that, okay, we could do a car because we got the van to pull our boat and go camping and all that other good stuff. But anyhow, long story short. So back to this Nissan Altima. And then I started thinking, okay, that's a nice car. But, you go around and all you see is black, silver, white, black, silver, white, black, silver, white. Well, I didn't want a black, silver, or white car. So I started thinking, what color car did I want? And I decided that I wanted a navy blue car. And I started picturing myself in this blue car. And one thing is, I never owned a blue car in my life. So I thought this would be totally cool to have a blue car. And then my wife Tammy said, well, I'd like to have heated seats. So I'm like, okay. So I started visualizing this blue car with leather seats, heated seats, dual climate control, and no sunroof. And wouldn't you know, it showed up. It showed up on a car dealer's lot about a month ago. And what's funny about it is 2 months ago, I found one that was, because I was thinking I was visualizing a two-door coupe and a tan interior, and I found one exactly like it, but it was gone like within a week. So I was kind of heartbroken, but I came to the conclusion that wasn't what the universe wanted for me, and I could live with that. And so I just accepted that, okay, four-door could be good too. So this one popped up a month ago. It was everything we wanted. Had all the bells and whistles, 66 CD changer, all this good stuff that we've been looking for. And I came to the conclusion that when the time came that we had the money and it was still there, that was the car that was meant for me. Well, guess what? Next Wednesday, we're picking that car up. So visualizations do work. And they can be fiction. So I may continue this one because it's kind of an interesting subject to be on. And I'm not going to have I might put my blog in the description. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet. Well, because there's work involved. What I might do is, because we're with the Empower Network, and this is where I've gotten much better training on seeing my visualizations in that. And it's been totally awesome. And I can see I'm approaching 10 minutes here, and I know you probably didn't want to listen to me for 10 minutes. But, this is pretty exciting stuff because I'm starting to see this stuff happen in my life. But anyhow, below in the description, I will have a link for sure. Might have the whole blog, might not, don't depend on me right now. But anyhow, so this is Leon Gregory, Visualizations, Fact or Fiction. We'll talk to you soon. Probably do another one tonight. See you later.